Hello, this is Guy Richardson, a partner at Kingston Smith, here in London, UK. Construction in the UK has certainly faced its challenges in the last 18 months. When the pandemic hit and the government enforced lockdown measures, most, if not all, sites needed to close. But the government wanted to make sure that construction kept going, and most construction sites were able to fairly easily adapt to new conditions and new working practices such that they could reopen relatively quickly. And by comparison to some industries like the retail sector, they've managed to weather that storm relatively well. However, many projects that weren't already in progress had to be postponed, and there was certainly a dip in activity as a result of the pandemic. Roll forward another 18 months to the latter half of 2021, and there are still significant issues at play, and significant issues that look like they're going to be here for a while. One is the labour and skill shortage, something that has probably been there since Brexit, maybe even before. There are simply not enough people and not enough skilled people to do the jobs that we need them to do. Industry forecasts predict that that's going to continue for a while yet, and that's going to result in increasing wage costs, increasing cost of labour that will outstrip the actual growth in the top line market. What that will do will hurt margins in an industry that already operates on pretty tight margins. So what can businesses do about this? Well, they can't change the pool of labour and skills available. That's really for governments to deal with. So they have to compete. They have to be able to attract and retain the right people to get the job done. And that's why our HR consultancy team are working with lots of our clients to figure out what are the propositions, the employee propositions, subcontractor propositions that they need to put in place to make sure that they're the business that everyone wants to work with. They get the pick of the litter when it comes to those skills, and they're able to get the right people at the right time to run their projects. They may still suffer the cost increase of getting people to do the work, but at least they can get the best people to do the work, and at least they can be more effective in delivering their projects. The second issue the industry is facing, materials. The ability to get the hands on the stuff that is needed to actually build out projects. Prices are increasing and significantly increasing, and it's predicted to get worse as time goes on. Much of this is COVID related, some of it Brexit related, but it doesn't appear that it's going to get any easier anytime soon. Add to that problem the lorry driver shortage, meaning that we can't even get the goods that we can buy to site, and we're finding that projects are slowing and that costs are going up exponentially. This is a real problem for the industry and a really big drain on cash resources. Obviously, businesses can optimise their supply chains, making sure that they've got access to their best products that they can. But there's some businesses are very limited in what they can do with their supply chain, or have already gone through that process and made it as efficient as possible. So what we are looking at with clients is what projects they're selecting, making sure that they're only selecting the projects that are really fit for them, that they can deliver effectively, and that they're doing it at the right price. Given the capital-intensive nature of construction, taking on just a few of the wrong projects can have a significant impact on cash flow and drain a business's resources very quickly. So what we look at with our clients is what are the right projects for the business to take on, and what are the projects that we should be saying no to. Have we got a clear target market that we understand what our business is good at delivering for, which customers we're good at delivering for? Have we got a clear proposition to those customers and those target markets such that we can obtain the best possible price for our projects? In making sure that we are really, really selective about the projects that the construction businesses take on, they are much, much more able to make sure that they've got a high-performing cash flow of their business and weathering these storms and maintaining profitability, whilst the industry at large is losing its margin. If you're a construction business and you're facing these problems like many others, then we strongly recommend that you look at your employee and subcontractor propositions, making sure that you get the best talent you can, and that you look at your projects and make sure you're selecting the right projects such that you can not only survive in this challenging climate, but you can thrive. Thank you very much.